If we're in it, then we rip it like arena in the infinite. You better get with this. Summerland vibes with the wind in our eyes and our back to the darkness. We ride to the light. It's a new day, bigger love crusade. We can do this more than in negative ways. When we open up the borders, we at the source up. We can take off more than with just 2 wings. We can ask for the light in the sky above. Anything else that you can dream of. I just wanna keep the trust, even when it's rough. No need to argue, no need to rush. All we really gotta do is get light as a feather and fly into eternity.
For mature audiences only. The opinions expressed by the hosts and audience members are their own and are not connected to or reviewed in advance by Warehouse38.tv. Any issues arising from this webcast or its contents should be directed to the individual commentators. Warehouse38.tv is not responsible for the veracity of any of the following content.
Modern Pagan TV is dedicated to education about modern pagan religions and is committed to the protection, welfare, and guardianship of the rights of all people to worship as their hearts and minds dictate. Modern Pagan TV considers education of the non-pagan public and of our own world community about pagan religions to be of paramount importance and encourages open dialogue across all platforms with the understanding that all voices have an equal right to be heard. Modern Pagan TV encourages participation in multiple spiritual events as the tradition and the individual deems appropriate, and maintains that courtesy and open-mindedness and not denigration are paramount to any discussion. So sit back or join in. Modern Pagan TV is streaming live.
The pitch got higher, all the drums went out to the edge, and it got higher, and it got loud, and the girls were out screaming and, shrieking and dancing. And when it got to this peak, it just stopped, dead silence. It was beautiful.
Thank you, and welcome to Modern Pagan TV. I'm one of the hosts tonight, Laura McKenzie.
I'm Phil Catalano.
And welcome. If you're joining us for the first time, you can actually join the chat room. Just go to modernpagan.tv and you'll see join the show, and as you drop down there'll be a box there that says chat, and you can live chat. And actually, our chat room is up right now, and there are already people in the chat room, so that's kind of fun, huh?
Okay.
And if you're seeing us on YouTube, please check out the website too, modernpagan.tv.
We have an exciting show tonight.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
a lot of guests.
I know.
Music.
And we have a segment. We have one of your segments on.
Yes.
The third in 3.
Right.
Yeah. Now you're going to have to do some more after that, because this is it.
Yeah. Well, we're planning on something.
Yeah? You going to let us know, or is it going to be surprise?
Well, I polish gemstones, and I'm
Yeah?
going to talk about some of the gemstone processes to make gemstone jewelry and so forth.
And so do we get to know, like, their correspondences and things like that? Because that's the thing I'm really weak on. It's like, I like it or I don't like it, but I don't know, if I wanted it to do something special.
Yes, there is correspondences and attributes of various stones,
Right.
and we'll talk about those.
Okay, cool. All right.
Lots of reasons to have jewelry on different parts of your body because of the chakras and energies. Well,
I'm sorry.
I meant, like on your wrist.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know exactly what you were talking about here, pal. I mean, it's Beltane. It's Beltane.
Maybe a necklace.
I mean,
You could wear it across
little danglies or something like that. I didn't know. You didn't specify.
Hey, you can go there.
Not me, baby. Okay, so that's so not happening. It is so not happening. So I think that now that Mercury has gone direct, things have improved a lot. Let's see how much better things are going to be this week as we go into
astrology.
Beltane. Yes, our astrologies and our wonderful, wonderful astrologer, Kat.
My name is Kat Lindgren, and I would like to welcome you to Modern Pagan TV's Flying Through the Skies Astrological Report, a witch's view of the cosmos for the week of April 22nd, 2012. We begin our report with the solar report. The Sun is in the first decan of Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, the first of the Earth triads, and the natural ruler of the sign of Taurus. This is the most feeling of the Taurian decans. It is personal and related to the self and how the self acquires what is needed from an emotional standpoint. As the Sun moves through the other decans of Taurus, growth is reflected in communicating these desires and needs, then in responsibility towards our needs. Earth Day occurs on April 22nd and is a great reminder to followers of Earth-based spiritual practices of our connection to our planet and everyone and everything that resides upon her. Now for the Moon Report. We begin our week still under the dark moon influence as the moon begins to grow. Void of course moons occur Sunday, April 22nd, and the moon is void of course beginning at 9:10 a.m., moving into Gemini Monday, April 23rd at 9:05 a.m. Wednesday, April 25th at 12:31 p.m., moving into Cancer at 9:42 p.m. the same day, and Friday, April 27th at 11:05 p.m., entering Leo on Saturday, April 28th at 8:10 a.m. Now for our retrograde watch. Saturn is retrograde in Libra, which gives us an opportunity to look at how we view our responsibilities in our partnerships. And Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn, allowing us to transform our career and reputation through letting go of that which no longer serves us. Now for our planet tracker. Mercury is in Aries, Venus is in Gemini, Mars is in Virgo, Jupiter is in Taurus, Saturn is in Libra retrograde, Uranus is in Aries, Neptune is in Pisces, Pluto is in Capricorn retrograde. And now for our magical timing and moon rites. We have a growing moon and sun in Taurus and Jupiter in Taurus. This lends more support to growing financial stability in our world. We need to address the retrogrades as they help us to explore our inner thoughts and motivations in personal relationships, reputations, and career. Our intuition gets a boost this week. Thursday, April 26th, during the planetary hour of Jupiter at 6:07 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, is a good time to start a candle working for money. Orange if you seek better money at work, or deep green for overall increase in prosperity. This is Kat Lindgren, and on behalf of Modern Pagan TV, I would like to thank you for joining us for another segment of Flying Through the Skies, a Witch's View of the Cosmos Astrological Report, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Well, welcome back. Well, we have quite a chat room, and
Yeah,
we have
we do.
Skyping in where people
Right.
can call.
We've had
and
a lot
talk
of
with them.
guests Skype in from out of town.
We have a studio audience, of course.
Yes.
You know that. And we'd like to have guests. We're
Yeah.
bringing in guests every week. And if anyone would like to be a guest, if you have a particular talent or something you'd like to share with us,
Right,
if you're an
right.
author or something other than just sharing anything,
Right.
please contact us and let us know. We'd like to have guests.
We like to have a sugar mommy or a sugar daddy too. That would be
Yes.
really nice. that'd be really nice.
If
Yeah.
you'd love to invest in Pagan
Yes.
TV, please contact us.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's do timely tips. I'll do timely tips. A couple of weeks ago, everybody probably saw the wonderful pagan couple that has the dog rescue, Hearts of Leo. Or Leo. It was really, really nice. And heard their story about how they're being hassled and everything like that. But because Beltane's coming up, in fact, next week, I just thought it would be fun to see this little YouTube video that I found that has to do with getting along, with enemies becoming friends. So let's watch this because it's just really cute. And it's animals and bunnies and dogs and kittens. And I don't think there are lions and tigers and bears.
No.
But it's really cute. So let's watch this, and I'll put the address up on my page on the show. So here we go. sometimes you have to take a break from, burning down Monsanto and
There
stuff
was
like
a
that.
wonderful video on animals just going viral this last couple of weeks, maybe a month or so. And it was a little dog who was following a path along the backyards, and a cat was sitting on the roof waiting for the puppy to come by. When the puppy came by, the cat joined him, and side by side they traveled the rest of the path. And it was
That is
just a
cute.
beautiful
That's
video.
That's cute. I love it. Sometimes you just got to watch those. And my point tonight was that,
they're
we talk
heartwarming.
about, this enemy and that enemy, and then you got to see. I mean, I couldn't find the little, the video of the snake and the mouse because, cats and snakes are the only two obligate carnivores on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, one of the things that zoos feed their pythons are generally dead and frozen mice, but apparently there was this python, and it was like, not interested in anything, and it was losing weight and all this, and so they thought, well, we hate to do it, but we'll just put some live mice in there and then let them catch it like it would in the wild.
Right.
And one of the ones they put in there actually made a friend with the snake, and the snake never ate it, and they, it used to, like, the mouse would kind of like curl up in the coils to sleep and stuff like that. And so, I mean, if they can do it, how come we can't get along?
We can.
Seriously, we could if we
can.
wanted to.
That's right.
Except with Monsanto, because we don't want to get along with them.
Don't want to get along with this.
No, except for them. All right, we're going to go to commercial. We're going to come back. Crafty Kitchen Witch has absolutely an awesome recipe. It's all I have been able to do since I got here this evening to keep my fingers out of it. And I may not be able to restrain myself any longer. So we're going to go to commercial, and then we're going to come back to Crafty Kitchen.
I'm chasing twisters down avenue.
You're watching Modern Pagan TV. If you'd be interested in advertising on our program or becoming a sponsor, please email info@modernpagan.tv. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Same communication to your unspoken lies. You can't break my heart.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Been doing like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah.
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. So think before you post.
Hi, I'm an atheist.
And I'm a Christian. What are you reading over there?
Oh, Harry Potter. It's good stuff.
Oh, we don't like that. That's not good.
Well, why not?
Well, it's got all that violence and stuff in it. People die. We can't have this. Young kids are reading this.
Well, yeah, but aren't there entire chapters in the Bible there about cities being laid to waste and stuff?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's for a good reason. I mean...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right, sex. There's tons of sex in that, I'm sure. Secular book. It's got to be sex.
Actually, there's no sex whatsoever in the Harry Potter series.
All right, well, magic. Can't deny magic. Tons of magic. Devil and magic go hand in hand. I mean, come on.
What exactly do you call it that God does?
Miracles.
Right, so he says something, and then something mysteriously happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
Magic. That's magic, right?
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? The world is going to end now.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I have begun a new religion. Here is a pamphlet. It clearly states the path of enlightenment is worth $20 to me.
Why, that's completely within your right. Have a nice day.
It is often said that the tongue is the strongest muscle in the human body.
Flexible, yet firm.
it is the rudder.
Just as a small spark can set the entire forest ablaze,
just as a tiny key can unlock the largest of vaults,
so too is the tongue a key.
it is the key to oral articulation, capable of delivering a person's most powerful convictions.
Don't let your voice go unheard.
This message is brought to you by the NAB Education Foundation, the Broadcast Education Association, McCormick Foundation, and this station.
Our forefathers fought to guarantee the right of religious freedom for all Americans.
The separation of church and state, as guaranteed in our Constitution, must be preserved.
Each day, men and women in our military are being denied this right.
How can we let this happen in the greatest nation in the world?
The Military Religious Freedom Foundation is leading the fight for justice for our noble and honorable soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, and veterans.
As we continue to fight in the courts, in the media, and in the minds and hearts of our fellow citizens, we need your support. Please donate to the Military Religious Freedom Foundation by going to militaryreligiousfreedom.org. Your generous tax-deductible pledge will help protect religious freedom in America.
I'm chasing twisters down.
If you like what you see here, please donate to modernpagan.tv. Just go to our website, www.modernpagan.tv, and look for the donate button. We appreciate your contributions to keep modernpagan.tv on the air and on the internet. And now, back to live modernpagan.tv.
Carmen was just saying that she wanted, to make sure she was standing up straight and sucking in her gut. And I said, honey, it isn't going to make any difference after you show them how to make this dessert. So, with that in mind, let's go over to Carmen and Phil.
All righty. Okay. Hi, boys and girls and children of all ages. This is the Crafty Kitchen Witch, and I am Carmen Consalvo, and this is Phil Catalano.
Yeah.
I got your name right.
Yeah.
If I don't get your name right after all these years.
I'm just going to stand around and keep my fingers out of the pie.
Well, today we're making Beltane cream pie. Okay. So first thing we're going to do, boys and girls, is put some butter in. We got to take an entire stick of butter, okay? Whole stick of butter. Here's my rag. I'm wiping on everything there. Okay? So we're going to let that kind of melt down. I turned the burner back off again so it can just melt on its own. And what we do first, we've got 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. Drop that into my little bowl here. And then what you're going to do, you have a cup of whole milk. Now I know everyone's talking about, skim milk. And my family does 2% milk because I want some sort of taste. So what you're going to do is you're going to take, very slowly, pour a little bit of this in. And you kind of mix it and mix it and mix it. Let's do this one here. And till it's like, see if you can see. It's right now it's just milk with cornstarch. Cornstarch? Milk with cornstarch. Then we just kind of mix it up.
Carmen starch.
Carmen starch. Well, that's kind of scary, isn't it? All right. So then we add a little bit more milk. We got to do it slowly. I don't know why you have to do it slowly. I don't know if it explodes or what.
So it doesn't splash, I guess.
Yeah, probably. And just keep adding it in there slowly, slowly, slowly. It'll get all put in there in a second here. And of course, Beltane is all about fertility and wonderful stuff like that. We're going to let that toast and butter. Let that melt a little bit more. Okay, we'll turn that on just a tiny bit. What does your family like to do for Beltane? I mean, keep it PG. Just in case. I mean, with what we have coming up later on, we definitely want family to be watching. Okay. So, that we're just going to set aside over there. And, okay, so this gets all melted in, or mixed in. So basically, now we have the milk and the cornstarch, and the cornstarch is all
mixed in,
completely mixed in. We're melting our butter down. This actually doesn't take very long at all. My pan was starting to burn, and I didn't want to, cook the pan. So, okay, so we got that melting in there. Okay, so then what you do is you go ahead and you pour your milk and cornstarch in with the butter into your handy-dandy little pan cooking on the stove. Okay, so then we get this all mixed in there. And then we have got a cup of cream. So we put the cream in. Let's get that cooking a little bit more there. Okay, get our cream in there.
Do you need to bring that to a boil?
Well, basically, it just needs to continue cooking. And this pan doesn't have any handles on it, as you may have noticed. I'm going to move it on the burner a little bit. It seems to have decided to, like, I don't know, move. It wants to join. It already wants to pour itself into the crust there. Okay, so we got that. Then we have got a cup and a half of sugar.
We're going to have to really suck it in.
Yeah, indeedy do. We sure will. Okay, so we got that. So now what we do is we just continue to mix it up really good until it develops the consistency of pudding. So, which is going to be like so totally yummy. Gosh. I just can't believe this is so good. So, a little bit about Beltane, of course. You know, it's all about the flowers and the fertility. And some other wonderful foods that you can serve would be eggs and, oh my gosh, brain fart. What do you think? What other kind of stuff do you cook?
We just have a variety of things. A lot of desserts.
Yes,
Chocolate.
Mead.
And dairy has a big deal to do with Beltane and stuff. So dairy foods are really good to have around. Flowers like lilacs and roses and stuff. We've got lilacs, which I cut off the bush that's coming through my fence. It's not actually my bush, but they said if it comes on my side of the fence, it's mine. So I did it. And then I've got lamb's ear right here, which is totally soft. Feel that. That is like...
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever felt lamb's ear before?
Yes.
I love it. And it's great because lamb's ear has these wonderful little flowers that come up later on, and then you get all the bees buzzing around them. And I also threw some, oh, well, they're dead now. Dandelions. They put dandelions in. They're dead now. Oh, what a bummer.
They were alive yesterday, huh?
They were alive when I cut them. Well, that is one of the things. Dandelions are a springtime flower, and they also don't, you know, once you cut them, they don't stay very long. So, you know, when your little tiny child comes in and says, "Mommy, I picked some flowers for you, and they're yellow. Do you like them?" Mommy goes, "Yes, they're beautiful. Let's put them in water." I actually used to have a turtle that loved to eat the dandelions. I mean, it was so fun to watch him eat them. Okay.
Do you ever put liqueurs in them?
In this?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, but that's a good idea. Ooh, make it later on in the year for other... Oh, what a good idea. Okay, so it's not quite yet the consistency that we want it to be, so we just kind of keep mixing. And you have to kind of constantly mix it, okay? Yeah. So once it does become the consistency of pudding, then what we're going to do... It's not quite pudding-ish yet, is it? Pudding-ish. Anyway, so, you know, you're going to do some decorating.
Through a straw right now.
What's that?
You can suck it through a straw.
Yeah. It's getting there.
Good.
And it will start to boil. And so when it starts to boil, you know it's getting there.
Oh, so you do bring it to a boil.
You don't have to, but when I was making the sample, and I had to make one for my family too. So, because, you know, otherwise they go, "But Mom!" So, but yeah, it was, oh, and licking the bowl and, well, actually licking the pan afterwards was just, oh, heaven. I think I went to the Summerland right then and there, but then I came back again because, you know, I needed to be here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, if you want to grab this, and, oh, here it is. And I need a quarter cup of vanilla.
Quarter cup?
A quarter spoon. A quarter teaspoon of vanilla extract. You know, actually somebody brought in some chocolate liqueur, so little chocolates with liquor in it.
No, that was me.
I'm kidding. Okay, so now we're going to pour a quarter teaspoon of vanilla in there. That's okay. It spills over easily, so, okay. So we keep on mixing that up. And I'm going to let it sit for a minute because it seems like once I let it sit, it starts to really cook fast. So, but anyway, and this is so delicious. You can serve this all year long, but it's a really good favorite for Beltane. This is the perfect time of the year for it. And during the holidays, you can other holidays throughout the year, mix in a little bit, maybe a little drop of food coloring or two or whatever, give it the color that you want. So say during Yule, you can mix in maybe some red or maybe some green, and then for any holiday to celebrate.
When does that go?
That gets sprinkled on the top. Yes, indeed.
That's after the icing?
Yeah, what's that?
After the
icing. Actually, what this is this makes more than the pie crust can hold. So what I do is I pour it into this big giant mug over here. Otherwise, we're going to have a mess all over. So we're going to put this over here so that when it's ready, we can pour it in. Now it might not, it might take a little bit longer than anticipated because this isn't my stove at home, so I can't control the heat as much as I can on my stove at home. This is an awesome stove to have around, or little cook plate to have around. Okay, now it's really starting to get hot. Look at that. Okay, you can see it steaming away and everything. Any second, of course. What do they say? A washed pot never boils, or something like that. Yeah. So.
A washed pot.
Watched. A watched pot. Any kind of celebrations you're going to be doing next Tuesday?
Nothing special.
Nothing special? Well, as long as you're with your family, that's all that matters, right?
That's what we're going to do.
Yes. It's Beltane is an important holiday for pagans everywhere. So it's a fertility holiday, and one of the things that you have the maypole and a variety of other things. So okay, so
does it start to congeal at the bottom?
It will if it's not mixed constantly. I do like to let it set for just a second to give it a little bit of a chance to really, get it going. So, okay.
The butter's all melted in there.
Yes, the butter is melted in there. Okay, so we have the mug over here for when we probably want to put the mug over there. Otherwise, it'll spill when we don't want it to. And what we're going to do when we do go back.
Two pies, right?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Except I don't have another pie crust. So this will be good. The other thing that you can do with this leftovers, you kind of make kind of a little
cupcakes.
Well, not so much cupcakes as like a little parfait. Mm-hmm. So take some little clear cups, just some small ones, and you can divide that up to as many as you need, and then maybe put maybe some fruit on top and some whipped topping and stuff like that. So, and this does not want to congeal the way we want it to. So we will work on this as the show progresses, and then at the end, we'll all have some. But what the pie will look like at the end, I have one already made. I've got the plastic wrap on it, just to kind of keep it fresh. And basically, we've got nutmeg sprinkled on the top of it. And then what you can do is you stick it in your fridge for, maybe an hour or two. And then when you're ready for your celebration, you cut it into whatever you want, of course, and have at it. Have a wonderful Beltane cream pie. And it is totally delicious. I, of course, got to lick the pan last night. This is why I'm so much fatter today. So anyway, boys and girls, it is time for us to go back to the show. Or are we taking a break? Are we doing a break? We're going right back to Laura. All right. My name's Carmen. Thanks for joining us on the Crafty Kitchen Witch today.
Got a stir. It's boiling.
I told you how good that has been looking. We've all been kind of like drooling. That's really the reason she has the plastic cover on it, so that you wouldn't drool all over it.
You got it, baby.
So it looks really good, and she's going to be working on that throughout the show, and we'll show you what it looks like at the end. We have a wonderful segment from Phil, the third of the third installment on a group of three, and we haven't said this yet, but one of my favorite bands is here tonight. I'm so excited. Not groups, groups, band? Band, okay, band, all right. Is here tonight, and we're going to be getting some songs from them. We're going to be talking with them a little bit and hearing their songs, and that's Pandora Celtica. If you haven't heard them, they're going to become your favorite band also. So we're going to go to commercial, and then we're going to come back to Phil. Yes? Right? Right? We're going to
When we come back, I'll grab the drum and I'll have the
okay.
finished.
All right. And you yeah.
I didn't bring it last time, so I'll put it on.
It's either that or it's a Beltane drinking horn. I didn't know.
Now there are many methods you can use to lace this back end, the backside, and this is the most convenient and easiest one to demonstrate, but you can be very creative. In fact, if you go to some of the hoop drums on the website and look at what they've got out there, and here's an example of how this is pulled. Again, it's pulling the lacing and distributing the stress on the holes. You'll find there's quite a few different designs in the back with many different spokes. And the knot itself can be done very decoratively. We're going to finish this one with what is most commonly called a rosebud. And you can also make, and I have made several, where I used a hide, a piece of hide, round piece of hide, and put that in the center and made a kind of like a loop to hold it, and then I laced each of these lacings to that center round hide, and that's bigger, on the bigger drums that works out better. Okay, so now we're going to, let's see here. Now we've got this pretty much the way I want it, and we're going to start tying off the knot inside. And one of the things I'll do is make a kind of like a knot to hold it tight while I prepare the rosebud design. Now that design is to take this and go under one and over the other, over and under till I get it all done that way. And like I said, this works best for the smaller drums, but you could use a variety of methods. And I can demonstrate and show those as needed when that comes up. I teach these classes. I've been teaching for about 20 years. I've made several drums, and I'm going to go around this one and on this. I've made probably about 15 drums like I'm doing now, but I've taught classes for 20 years and helped make them with my students, and we've made probably a couple of hundred drums. I teach a class every year at Dragon Fest, and I also teach classes anytime anyone wants to make a drum. I look to get 3 or 4 students together so that we can all make them together. And although I have had drum making with 1 or 2 students, and in that case, I make a drum with them because it's easy to make a drum, because I also sell them at arts and crafts fairs. And so I make a drum with my class. As you can see, this is starting to grow into a nice little handle piece here. And it's called a rosebud, like I mentioned. Again, I'm going to As I mentioned, this is an over and under, and so I just keep adjusting it to make sure that as I go around, it does in fact go over and under. One of the things that I'm going to do here is, since this only has one lacing, I'm going to double it up. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to go into this knot right up here somewhere and get that end of the lace into my needle nose here, pull it through, and it adds a little bit of strength, if you will, to the lacing. And I'm going to come out this way, and I'm going to double this one here like all the others. So aesthetically it looks good, although one lacing hide will hold it. So now they all look like doubles across. And this one obviously will be triple. All right. Again, we'll come across down in here. And we'll keep going. That one was over. This will be, well, I'll put this one over also. This is under. And we'll go back over that. And under. You could see why I left this extra lacing when I measured it. And I actually have a formula from doing this enough times to show what length of lacing I need for what size hoop, so that we have additional lacing left over. But sometimes, not often, sometimes the lacing will break while we're working, depending on how you're pulling it, how tight it gets. And in that case, I always bring some extra lacing. And when I have a class, I have several pieces of extra lacing, at least for everybody to work with. And so now we've finished wrapping that rosebud knot. Like I mentioned, it came out pretty nice. Again, I check every once in a while to make sure that the back end of the knot touches the back end of the hide, and we're just fine. Now, as we saw, we scrunched this up and bunched it up. You'll find some of these folds, when they dry, they'll just dry tight against the drum. It'll give a characteristic character to the drum, because each of them will be different. And you can tell that some of the bunching up was tighter in some areas. And of course, where it pulled, nothing's going to be symmetrically perfect. You don't want that in a drum like this, because otherwise it looks machine-made. This is totally handmade. Now, a couple of pointers. As I finished up wrapping the final end, I tied knot in the back so it wouldn't pull through, and just take the end of the lacing and just push it through with the needle nose pliers. And when this dries, it'll tighten right up against any lacing piece, and it'll be done. This is what I had left over, and now it's done. Now, when you dry it, and it'll be 3 days before this will be dry enough to play. And I want to make a point about that, because if you try and beat this drum before it's totally dried for 3 days, you stand the chance of changing its song or its tone, and that affects it. So you've got to wait the full 3 days until it totally dries. You can decorate this any way you like. You can paint the head if you like. designs. I recommend oils because acrylics kind of dry, and oils have that pliability, if you will, because the drum itself will expand and contract a little depending on the weather and the moisture and the humidity in the house and room, etc. Now, when you do hang it up to dry, the other thing you need to know is you need to keep it away from your pets. This is one big chewy, and so dogs will definitely go after it, and maybe even cats as well. I'm not too worried about fish. One of the things I can do, and do often, is make a little bit of a hanging loop. It's an option, and I can tie that in here anywhere. Just pick a spot and tie a knot. Again, put it through another hole. Tie a knot where you want it. And I put my scissors away. But again, you'll have something to hang it with, like that. And then just trim off the last piece so the knot won't go through the hole. I usually, since I also have a lapidary hobby and I cut and polish and mostly tumble gemstones, I usually bring gemstones and insert a stone somewhere in the drum so that it gives it another unique Phil Catalano made drum type thing. But that's just one of the things I do. And from here you can decorate it with feathers and furs. Some people actually get some of the softer leather and wrap this knot so that it's softer to hold. That's another, or cloth, or any other material you like. And that's it. We have a drum. It'll dry in 3 days, and when we air this video, I'll have this drum with me, and we'll talk about it at the Modern Pagan TV show. So other than that, we're done. Thank you.
So if you want to learn to do that, they need to contact you.
Contact me.
And set up a drum making class.
I have a drum flyer that I can send out with the list of prices and sizes and the types of hides. And this is that drum that was made a couple of weeks ago, and it's the finished product. And there's a sweet spot on the drum because the drum hide has different thicknesses along.
Right. Nice.
And this is the finished end of it. I put a gemstone in there.
I saw
it's
that.
Part of my trademark because I also have a gemstone polishing hobby.
Right.
And I often.
So what are you going to do with this drum?
This one I'm going to leave here on the altar for all the time we have. And hopefully every once in a while.
Absolutely. Makes sense having a drum you can't play.
Right. And I mentioned while on the video how the hide will shrink and tighten up along the edges on the hoop. And it does, and it doesn't look awkward at all after it's dried. So
no, I think it looks great. I think that's awesome. That's nice. Phil.
And with the hides, I also a couple of weeks ago, last month or so, I talked about the cone hat.
What's now being the dunce cap?
Yeah,
wrongly
used
identified as a dunce cap.
And this is also the elk hide. And this time I remembered to bring it, and it wears like this, and. It's, again, like I said, it was sacred geometry. So the phi ratio of 1, and then the 1.6 right to the top. I also have a crystal in the top.
Oh, I didn't see that earlier.
The crystal sits about 3 to 4 inches above the crown chakra.
GD20, yeah.
And
for acupuncturists out there.
Yeah, it actually helps with the energy flow. And the tail end of the hat also connects with the energy that flows up the spine. And that's where you bring the entire cone of power all the way from the heels all the way through to the top.
Wow, that's really cool.
Briefly,
are you going to do a class on that?
No, this is much more difficult.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I made maybe 12 of these before I found the right size to make to fit my...
So this was Lucky 13?
Well, probably. It was, actually. And the others I didn't keep because they weren't, they didn't fit, and they didn't... Actually, I did keep one because it's kind of a crumpled one, and it looks like the Harry Potter hat.
Sorting hat.
Sorting hat.
Yeah.
So I kept that one.
Yeah, I can imagine that. All right. So contact Phil so that you can get into one of the classes on making your own drum.
I also have the classes at Dragon Fest every year.
Right, if you're going to Dragon Fest.
Right.
But you want to get your drum made now so that you can take it to Dragon Fest.
Yes, because if you make it at Dragon Fest, it generally doesn't dry until you get it home.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can't play it at Dragon Fest.
And also, there's going to be a Drumming Down the Sun this year, which I'm very excited about. That's going to be really cool. What I'm really, 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 really excited about is our guest tonight, Pandora Celtica. These are seriously wonderful singers.
Oh, I've listened to them.
And they're going to be one of your favorites.
Very impressed.
We come back to talk to them. We'll have their websites up and their Facebook page up, and you'll get to see that. But right now, this is what I've been waiting for. That and the pie, of course, but this one,
Beautiful music.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Let's hear them.
Hail to the bright beings! We are Pandora Celtica at your service.
For the most part.
Some services.
More or less, yes.
Sometimes, if you're lucky.
So this first song is called the Pictish Battle Song.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
You take our land, you crush our stones, but we will ever rise against you.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
Go back to your frozen homes, for here is naught but hearts and fire.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
You count our dead, you dream it's done. We never tire, we're never stopping.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
Enemies that thought us weak now know us as eternal sorrow.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free. We'll never die.
Sharpened spears and tattoos gleaming, we prepare to die in battle.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
Blood that must be spilled this day will cover o'er our painted bodies.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
Betray us with your honeyed words, but someday it will come to haunt you.
Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free. We will never ever die, the Pictish will live on forever. Fight till our land is free from all who would take it from us. Fight till our land is free.
Thank you.
I love a live audience.
Live audiences are great. There's a bunch of people out on cyberspace too. I saw them. Hi, Kyra.
Hi, everybody.
Stalker.
Well, live audiences are definitely preferable to the alternative, I think.
Which are dead.
Unless you're a zombie.
A necro audience?
Zombie
or in
audiences?
Utah.
We're not doing those songs. Oh,
sorry.
If there's anybody in Utah, I don't know him.
Whoa, was that out loud? Oh my gosh.
I don't think your Mormon filter's working.
I don't think so either. Modern pagan. All right.
Okay.
So let's sing something else before I get into more trouble. On TV.
Remember, the internet is forever.
Speaking of forever.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the Holy Grail.
Alrighty then. This song was inspired by a trip to Scotland. And it was, I had gone to Roslin Chapel in Scotland, the site of, theoretically, the resting place of the Holy Grail, according to Dan Brown's book, The Da Vinci Code. And Rosalind Chapel is great because it was a chapel to all religions, and anybody that wanted to worship whatever they wanted to worship could worship there. Small place, made of sandstone, carvings everywhere, and it's gorgeous, and it just really struck me and inspired me. So here it is. This is called Rosalind is Fading.
The green man's dancing around, and Rosalind still gets older. The rain lasts forever and won't ever dry, and all this abuse just makes poor Rosalind cry. The windows have faded and the roses are worn, but Rosalind's as sweet as the day she was born. Her Rosalind is fading away, hey, 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 hey. Rosalind is fading away, hey, 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 hey. The Templars came here to hide what they got it. They were murdered for a war that they never started. They died in her arms as she kissed them goodnight. She kept all their secrets and held them all tight. Her Rosalind is fading away, hey, 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 hey. Rosalind is fading away, hey, hey, hey. The green man's dancing around, and Rosalind still gets older. The family tied and bound. They loved her but still sold her. The green man's dancing around, and Rosalind still gets older. The family tied and bound. They loved her but still sold her. Sold her. Sold her. Now Rosalind is old, and the saints are all sad. They cry and remember when all the land had her. She lived her sweet life as if love really mattered. The Druids and pagans and Christians are sadder. Her Rosalind is fading away, hey, hey, hey. 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 The green man's dancing around, and Rosalind still gets older.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As a result of that song, which Shadowcat wrote, we think that we should probably take up a collection and send it to Scotland regularly. So if any of you want to help with that,
me
feel
with
free.
him.
I approve.
I don't take up a space in the air seat. I fit into the
Carry
luggage
on
rack.
size, carry on, overhead,
Yeah.
pocket.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The travel size for your convenience, yes.
That's right.
Take me to Scotland. Take me with you, please.
So our next piece is from the Yule season, which we, it's hard to believe that it's April and was 90 degrees here in Denver today. But in spite of that, we're going to sing a Yule song.
Ooh, but you know, we should introduce ourselves first, individually. And
I pointed you out. You're the important one.
I think not. We should start with Discordia.
Hi, I am Melody Discordia Lafay, demigoddess, daughter of Eris. Yes, she of the Trojan horse fame, little golden apples and big wooden horses.
Troublemaker.
Precisely. So I'm kind of undercover, so don't tell anybody I'm here.
On TV.
Oops.
I'm Ruby Talon Hayes, Mistress of the Keys, Keeper of Pandora's Box, and Glitter Bomber extraordinaire.
Including your glitter cannon.
I have a glitter cannon.
Watch out. And my name is Nessa Nixie Faye. I am your water sprite for tonight.
Yay.
Who may or may not drown you.
Just tonight?
Sorry.
Hi, Requiem, Finn McShee, Knight Commander of the Phoenix She.
I am Shadowcat, Thief of Sorrows, Prince of Dreams. Ta-da.
Isn't he dreamy?
See, the important one.
Thanks, Derek.
That was Griffin, man.
Sorry, thanks, Griffin. It doesn't matter though. It's
they can't see it.
Yeah.
Theater of the mind back there.
So
All
are we
right,
singing that Yule song or what?
Yeah, let's do that because our comedy's not working. So.
The holly and the ivy, when they are both full grown, of all the trees that are in the wood, the holly bears the crown. Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry drum, sweet singing in the choir.
The holly bears a blossom as pale as winter morn. Though the earth now sleeps 'neath the cold and frost, soon the land will be reborn.
Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry drum, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a berry as crimson red as fire, and the fiery sun is born anew, bringing life as it climbs higher. Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry drum, sweet singing in the choir. The holly bears a green leaf in the midst of Yuletide cold, and the green man will bring the spring when the winter has grown old. Oh, the rising of the sun, and the running of the deer, the playing of the merry drum, sweet singing in the choir.
And I think that we should thank Discordia for rewriting the lyrics.
Thank
you.
Yeah, it was helpful. My pleasure, believe me.
So
that was us.
Yeah, they're going to throw us
How
on the
about
couch
you?
now.
We'll be back later, I think, and stuff and junk.
We'll be back in just a few minutes. Thank you, guys. What she said.
Oh, where's my camera?
You're still on camera.
There we go. All right. Woo! Is that wonderful or what?
Absolutely.
The whole studio audience moved down to the other set.
So we're the only ones
I know.
talking.
Well, but we were down there too. We had to run back here. So now you understand why I say this is one of my favorite groups.
This is fantastic.
Aren't they great?
The music and the vibrational energy is so resonant.
I know.
You can feel the whole vibration.
I know. It's
Harmony.
awesome.
Oh,
It's awesome.
they're incredible.
And they have 4 CDs out. So if anybody wants to, and I'm sure people are going to want to follow up.
We'll post
with
it on
this.
the website. Right?
Well, absolutely. No, come on in. Come on. The band's going to come in. We're going to talk to them. Yep, all the way. Here we go.
Modesty.
Well, see, it's different with a skirt
Oh,
on,
Morty's
isn't it?
sitting.
That's
a kilt. That's a man skirt.
I know. I
You may
know.
have to help me out.
All right. And here we are once again, Pandora Celtica. Everybody.
Go us.
Yeah, no, as you should say yes. That was just love your singing. It's just awesome.
Beautiful harmony, and I love the way the vibrations all feel. You can feel the vibrational harmony.
Oh,
Hey,
It's
that's
wonderful.
Good vibrations. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Everyone's done
wrote
that.
that
That one's
one.
been done.
Yeah. All right.
We definitely want to say thank you guys so much for having
Yes,
us on.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I mean, this was just
It's a pleasure
awesome.
having you.
So,
Yeah.
It's a pleasure being here.
It's a pleasure being had.
so tell us how you guys got together. How did you guys get together? How did you
Well-
find each other?
We come from all of the fairy courts. There are four fairy courts: summer, spring, winter, and fall.
Okay.
And we each come from one of them, save the Sheen Knight over here, who guards whichever court is in season at the moment.
Hey, whoever's
And
in charge is important to pay attention to.
It's true.
Yeah.
And we were basically sent by the fairy kings and queens to the mortal lands to bring some magic to you people. So.
Well, thank them for us, right? Absolutely. Isn't that a good idea? And if you're each from a different court, how did you all hook up with each other?
So, it's surprising, but she's winter, I'm spring, and yet we still get along somehow. I don't know.
Most of the time.
Except that she likes throwing snowballs at me.
So basically what happened,
yes,
other than the snowballs, is that the respective kings and queens decided that they needed a group because sometimes things happen and they don't feel that they can really trust each other. They're fairies, we're fairies, it happens. So they said, all right, because Mab came forth and said, we really need to send out a diplomatic mission, this is going to be amazing, and Titania said,
So I like in your version that Mab was the one with the idea.
If you read the books, Discordia will back me up. It's true.
Okay. It's not her court right now, that's why I'm mouthing off.
She will remember. Anyways, so all of the kings and queens, Titania and Oberon and Mab, and actually Taliesin, he's our fall king, they all came together and said, okay, we're each going to pick one from our court that we trust.
Okay.
And we're going to send them out on this mission, pray they don't kill each other, and see what happens. And then we picked up Requiem, because he's kind of a, I don't know if I can say it on TV, he's a badass.
You can say it on our TV.
Yes. So Requiem's a badass, and he protects everybody.
Say anything on our TV.
He also sings really, really good bass. So
there's that. We noticed that part.
We need that.
That was really
Yes.
good. Oh.
So that's pretty much how everything kind of started.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Let's bring up their website.
Oh, our website.
They have a website. Yeah.
This is our website, PandoraCeltica.com.
Yep. I stole that picture, by the way, and put it on our website.
Perfect. We endorse this.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
There are lots of cool things on our website. You can actually check out our forums and leave comments and questions for us, and we will answer them.
Please
Really?
check out the
We're on there
forums.
way too often.
We love talking to people. Okay. Random questions like what our favorite drinks are. Best thing in the world to answer.
And we have a calendar page, and so you can
I noticed.
check out when all our gigs are.
Yes, absolutely, because everyone is now going to want to come and listen to you perform. So that will be awesome. There's also a Facebook page, so you can follow them on Facebook.
There is.
And we interact an awful lot there.
We have their Facebook page somewhere. It's going to come up. There it is. All right.
Yay!
Wow. Following. Yeah.
That looks really amazing.
The Beatles did something like that. They copied us, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, different time space.
I think their timing was better though.
Yeah. But,
Okay,
but you
and
can also
so-
hear us on like iTunes, Amazon, things like that.
Well, of
So-
course, you can get the songs for download, or you can get hard copies of the CDs.
You can actually get those
Absolutely.
through our website, and I will personally send them to you covered in glitter.
That's even better.
Let's
And do
do
you
that.
sign them? Okay, and do you sign them too?
We
do you sign
certainly
them?
can. We can. We can.
All right. Do you have to request that when you order?
Request Generally it, and then- It makes it
All right.
easier because
Okay.
otherwise I just send it out to try and get
All
it
right.
to you as soon as possible.
Sure. No,
It's really tough running after like mail trucks with Sharpies going, wait, I need to sign that. No, crap.
But you're fairies. That shouldn't be a problem.
You'd be
It
surprised.
causes complications because
Yes.
the way they choose
Metal
to stop
trucks.
mail trucks is not always.
As opposed to female trucks?
Yes. You understand us.
I do.
There was-
And you'll notice the dragon.
Yay!
Actually, our show mascot.
Nice.
So there, yeah, she's very good.
I love you.
So speaking of warriors, you have a battle coming up. You have a battle of bands coming up.
We do. We're actually kind of in the middle of it. There's a local festival here in Denver. It's the
Colorado Irish
Yes.
Festival. It's actually here in Littleton.
And
I know. I know about it.
One of the things they're doing this year to determine who their headliner is, at least from the local bands, is a battle of the Celtic bands.
Get
We've
out.
succeeded in the first round, thanks.
Well, of course.
No. We were playing against two very talented bands.
We were surprised.
Luckily, we were invited to have fans come in, and our fans basically
Are rabid.
displaced everybody
I mean,
else,
awesome.
and we love them.
Yeah, our fans. Yeah.
So what else is? So you're in the middle of that.
Yes.
And how much longer are they going to keep you on tenterhooks, so to speak?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
May?
I haven't. It's going to be sometime in May. That's all that we've heard so
Get
far.
out! It's
I
going
know,
to take that long
Yep.
for them to
Well,
decide.
there are several other rounds that have to be decided before they take the finalists and put us all on a stage. And
And then have us duke
Okay.
it out at the last part.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, there are 6 other bands that they were.
Oh, there's still. Oh,
yeah.
so okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then when will you be? Because obviously you're going to win. So when will you be performing?
It's July.
The power of positive thought.
No, I know. Yeah. But is it like every night? So is it that big concert Friday night thing, or
Well-
the Saturday night thing?
I don't know that
or
they've
what?
sorted those details out.
Right.
It's still
It's
that's kind of
sometimes
amorphous.
July 14th and 15th.
That's when the Colorado Irish Festival goes down.
Right.
So
right.
we'll be there somewhere.
And we're doing the Elizabeth Fair.
Yep, and then we'll do
Oh,
the
that's
Elizabeth
yes,
Fair
absolutely.
the weekend after that.
And
And
Oh,
we're doing Beltania.
Yes! Absolutely. Well, you know, we're going to break the Guinness World Record this year.
For the Maple.
Oh, boy.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll be the first pagan group ever to hold a Guinness World Record.
Yay! Yeah.
And so that's very exciting.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Irish Festival, we're at, my husband and I are at the Irish Festival every year because we raise Irish Wolfhounds.
Really?
And so those are the only dogs allowed at the festival. They're, of course, the Royal Dog of Ireland. And so all the rescue dogs and the not rescue dogs come, and people get to go, oh my God, what is that? You know,
Can I ride it? Beautiful.
Yeah. Can I touch it? Yeah, they are big dogs. I'm 5'6", and the top of Tank's head comes up to my armpit. Yeah, so people aren't.
I may need some puppies.
Not from Tank. Yeah, that's fine. I can work. So, anything else you want to? Because obviously, I mean, people want to see you. They want to listen to you. But let's be really honest. They want to hear you sing. So, what else do you want to say before we do that?
We're not really all that busy right now. I mean, we are in the midst of recording an album.
So this
Our
is number
fifth.
4. Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5. Okay. Titled
Fairy Revel.
I love it.
We are working on videos. We're working on a fairy blog discussing.
Oh, can we have
our-
the video?
Well, yes.
All right.
We're working on a fairy blog that goes into the day-to-day foibles of being a fairy in this human realm.
Yeah.
I believe the last post was something along the lines of why do humans not drive in their driveways?
Or
park. Yeah, why
This is
don't
very
they park
confusing
on the
for us.
parkway? Yes, I can
So
understand.
the blog, the video, the new album.
Can I bring in one thing?
Yes.
We are also in negotiations with a group called Fairy Punk Stories. You'll find them on www.fairypunkstories.com, of which I am an illustrator on that as well. And we are going to be hopefully seeing nursery rhymes and things, steampunk nursery rhymes.
I love it, like Fractured Fairy Tales.
Yeah, it should be really
I love it.
For the longest time, we've had fans tell us that their children love our music, which is always a little bit disconcerting because
We
the
sing it.
lyrics
We know what the
are
words
dark.
are.
So now we're going to give them melodies with nursery rhymes, and it'll actually be wholesome-ish and a lot of fun.
More family-oriented.
So
Yeah, exactly. But our music, you know, really everybody can listen to it. The whole family likes it. So
All
it's really
whole
good
families
stuff.
do listen to it, so let me assure you of that.
we got the 2 more tiny shows that we haven't mentioned.
Like, you know,
Fairy Worlds and Dragon.
Dragon Con.
Fairy Worlds. Woo! Oh yeah.
There is some discussion that while they change out the stage for their main show, which is Donovan, that they're going to throw us up in front to open for him. We're still working that
Possibly.
out.
That would be really
We would really
Possibly.
like to do that.
Yeah.
And
We're
you got
also.
a spiel.
I have a spiel. Okay, first
Full
off,
display.
right, we're working on a Kickstarter currently. If you don't know what Kickstarter is, go to www.kickstarter.com.
Right.
It's a crowdfunding. It's amazing and wonderful, and we're posting links to things for
It
them.
allows all of you to invest in us.
Yeah, like tea. Anyways, for us, you can find us on Amazon, iTunes, CD Baby, Spotify, which you can actually listen to us for free, and we still get a little bit of a kickback from it.
Oh.
You can, as we said before, order the CDs directly from our website, and we will ship them to you. We're not on Pandora yet. We're still working on it because we have to actually ship them CDs, and they're kind of finagly and weird.
Yeah, which is ironic, actually.
Yeah,
it
Pandora's
is,
not.
really.
Yeah,
It is really.
so I believe those are the mainstream places that you can kind of find us currently.
Like I said, we're not busy at all.
No, not at all.
We're not busy here either. And in fact, we're so not busy that we're going to go to commercial, and then we're coming back to you.
Excellent.
So
Thank you.
let's cut into that. And that's what we're going to do.
I'm chasing twisters down Avenue.
You're watching Modern Pagan TV. If you'd be interested in advertising on our program or becoming a sponsor, please email info@modernpagan.tv. We'll be right back after these important messages.
same communication to your unspoken lies. You can't break my heart.
I think they're destroying our town, they're burning our crops, and we're not gonna take it anymore!
Wicked witches. People have believed in witchcraft for centuries, and in the Stuart era, we just loved accusing innocent people of being witches. Have you had an accident that wasn't your fault? Trip or fall at work? Suffered a personal injury or sickness? Then you could have been cursed by a witch. So get in touch with us at Witchfinders Direct. We'll find some innocent woman, say she's a witch, and have her burned to death. Farmer Pocket of Crawley lost all his cabbages when they were eaten by slugs. He lost literally several shillings. So he called in Witchfinders. And we decided the slugs had been sent by the strange old woman who lived in the village. Yes, her. It wasn't me. Yes, it was. She's old and warty and looks a bit evil, don't you think? So we had her dragged away and given a fair trial. Do you have a cat? Yeah. Then thou art a witch. She was put to death, and her cat sent to prison. So if you have anything go wrong in your life, call Witchfinders Direct. We'll find some innocent old woman and blame her for it. Witchfinders, because old ladies deserve it.
In the 1600s, confessing to being a witch could result in burning. Not confessing to being a witch could result in being tortured until you said you were a witch, then in burning. Not all witches were burned. Other punishments included forced fasting, exile, hanging, beheading, stoning, and gouging.
Respecting an establishment of religion,
prohibiting the free exercise thereof,
or abridging the freedom of speech,
or of the press,
or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble,
and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
We can believe. We can believe.
We can believe.
We can believe. We can believe.
We can believe.
I have the right to 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 believe. I have the right to believe.
I have the right to believe. I have the right to believe.
I'm chasing twisters down
If you like what you see here, please donate to modernpagan.tv. Just go to our website, www.modernpagan.tv, and look for the donate button. We appreciate your contributions to keep modernpagan.tv on the air and on the internet. And now, back to live modernpagan.tv.
All right, here we are. Woohoo! I was just mentioning that in former days, I used to be in a band called the Night Watch, and we were a cappella also. But nowadays I get paid not to sing, so But just don't worry about that because you want to hear them. So Phil, let's boogie and let's listen.
Beautiful
All right,
music.
we're at it.
This song was written for a very dear friend of mine. It's called Walk in Shadow.
I walk in shadow for you.
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 I tread the afterlife. I could be anyone, your daughter or your wife, your father or your son. I walk the crimson veil. I hold the door for you. Stay the banshees wail, so that you make it through. I walk in shadow for you.
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 I waited for so long, and now you're really here. Play my ghostly song. I gathered all your tears. I felt so young it seems, so very long ago. Yet I live in your dreams, and now it's time to go. I walk in shadow for you.
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 Hold no malice, be not sad. Hold the chalice of lives we had. Be you daughter, be you son, lambs to slaughter, everyone. Oh, no malice, be not sad. Hold the chalice of lives we had. Be you daughter, be you son, lambs to slaughter, everyone. I walk in shadow for you.
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 With so much left unsaid, it's time to take your bow. My song is in your head, and you can see me now. We flee to fairylands with no more need to stay. Just reach out for my hand, and we shall dance away. I walk in shadow for you.
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 Thank you.
Hey, Shadowcat.
Yes.
What are we singing next?
Ooh, yeah, we're singing a song.
Hi, Kyra.
Kyra's cute.
Kyra.
No.
That's totally not on our set list. But we love you anyways.
She's right. It is a pagan song, but
It is, but it's not on our set list. Oh. Okay, anyway. This is actually a song that was written by Requiem's daughter.
the older one, not the 2-year-old, because the 2-year-old doesn't write really good lyrics yet. She's got the tune and the rhythm down, but
She does a passable version of Twinkle Twinkle, I'll have you know.
who taught her that?
Twinkle, twinkle, little starfish.
You know, if you hand her
It's a happy
crayons
song.
and paper, she might start writing now.
That's true. Anyway,
So let's sing a song for spring.
Ragged wind blows through the trees, ice that lights the burning spark. Clatter of those cloven hooves racing through the endless dark.
On horseback ride with eyes ablaze and hand close by your gun. The hunt leads on as fires burn against the glowing sun.
Winter white and pale and pure, hear her gentle frozen call. Chilling cry, warm enough to coax the winter snow to fall.
With tender arms and tattered hands, she cradles up the skies, then watches as the world ignites with fire from her eyes.
Ice can break us down again, cleanse the air that comes to end. Keep me safe with one soft kiss, let me feel the New Year's bliss.
Breathe the air of spring anew, purity all born by you. Winter fire, blessed light, brightens up this moonless night.
Silver hand upon your brow passes through your golden hair. Frozen love is sent to you, though it's blown the forest bare.
A mystic child of snowflakes made may grant you your desire. Then hand in hand, glad in the snow, you'll dance around the fire.
Ice can break us down again, cleanse the air that comes to end. Keep me safe with one soft kiss, let me feel the New Year's bliss.
Breathe the air of spring anew, purity all born by you. Winter fire, blessed light, brightens up this moonless night. Let it fall, 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 let it fall.
I'm always amused when you guys point to me after that song. That's all Rihanna's fault. I can't claim the song by right of loin.
Yeah, but from your loins to their ears, though.
Well.
It's okay. Never mind. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just
That would
move on.
hurt.
Strike that. Can you erase that part? No.
Rewind.
Hey, Shadow
do
Cat.
over.
That's forever.
Oh, this TV. That's right.
I was just giving mad props to my daughter. You're the one that made the awkward. Yeah.
You made it weird.
But that's my
comment.
job.
Oh.
Something about the whole sorrows thing, right?
So, this next song, I don't know if anybody else has ever recorded it. You may have heard it if you ever watched King Arthur. This is our one official Disney song. Nessa really likes Disney songs, so we purposely don't sing any of them except this. This song was played during a part of the movie King Arthur, and it was really, really beautiful, and we wanted to cover it. And we couldn't find the lyrics, the rights. Finally found the artist, and apparently she could not ever secure rights from Disney. So we used a Barry loophole.
loophole.
Yeah. And it's on our third album. It's called We Will Go Home.
Land of bear and land of eagle, land that gave us birth and blessing, land that calls us ever homeward. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home. We will go home. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home, singing our song. We will go home. Hear our singing and hear our longing. Hear our tales of hearth and fire. Here is our joy of sons and daughters. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home. We will go home. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home, singing our song. We will go home. Sapphire sky
reaching high, golden fields that never tarnish. We will go home across mountains, land of bear and land of eagle, land that gave us birth and blessing, land that calls us ever homeward. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home. We will go home. We will go home across the mountains. We will go home, singing our song. We will go home. We will go home. We will go home. We will go
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give her a mic.
So exciting. You can have mine. I don't want to go there. All right.
Nice rap.
I just got that.
Oh, and I love the. It took you a while, didn't it?
It did.
Okay.
I am the drummer, yeah.
There you go. All right. So, thank you all for tuning in. You can watch this on our website, modernpagan.tv. You can watch this on YouTube.
We have to make room for Carmen here.
Carmen, yes, I'm ready.
Hi.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
And I'm ready for pie. So, join us next week. Suzanne Robbins is going to be our guest, and we will see you then. So,
thank you very much.
Woohoo! We love you.
Thanks for watching Modern Pagan TV. We'll be back at the same time and the same place next week with more. If you like what you see here, please go to our website, www.modernpagan.tv, and contribute generously. And don't forget to tell all your friends about Modern Pagan TV. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and visit our site regularly. We'll see you next week with more Modern Pagan TV. To all people of all spiritual beliefs, we say good night, namaste, and blessed be.